Tonight in Love Live at 6, these are our leading stories. Belize joins regional leaders at the 51st regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM. The Belize City Council hosts the 5th Youth Shadow Council. Julius Espat turns to past commissioners of police for guidance in addressing crime. Sargassum cleanup conducted in Belize City from recent surge. So stay tuned for those stories and more in tonight's newscast.
So it started off like any other summer day in Belize. I decided to go down to Builders Hardware since I heard they had 25% off on summer outdoor products. I got a couple of items, a chair, a grill, a cooler, and I got carried away, but the prices were so good. But anyways, I might have gotten comfortable, maybe too comfortable. Then I saw the news, man, the hurricane season was not playing with me. But thank God Builders also had 25% off hurricane preparedness items as well. Flashlights, batteries, sealant, first aid kits, everything I need. And guess what? My grill survived.
Introducing GrowWatt, a global leader in distributed energy solutions, delivering innovative solar technology trusted around the world. Engineered for reliability, designed for sustainability, built to power every scenario, powering homes, empowering businesses, creating a smarter energy future for Belize. For residential hybrid systems that maximize energy independence, to homes across Belize benefiting from smarter, more efficient power management. GrowWatt off-grid solar storage solutions bring dependable electricity to locations beyond the traditional power grid, providing clean, reliable energy whenever and wherever it is needed. For businesses, GrowWatt delivers powerful commercial and industrial energy solutions that help reduce operating costs while improving energy security, including proven installations right here in Belize, helping businesses operate efficiently with dependable solar energy systems. As transportation evolves, GrowWatt EV charging solutions help power the future with clean energy. Need power on the move? GrowWatt portable solar power solutions provide flexible energy for construction sites, events, emergency applications, and temporary installations. GrowWatt delivers energy-smart solutions for a greener future. Distributed in Belize by Lano Supplies, 112 Ranchita Village, Corozal Town.
Cada conexión es más que solo una señal, es un estudiante abriendo las puertas a su futuro a través de la educación digital. Una mente joven atreviéndose a soñar en grande. Nuestra cultura compartida con el mundo en tiempo real. Y héroes cotidianos respondiendo al llamado del deber cívico. Cuando nos conectamos con Digi, empoderamos a Belice.
Belize assumes the presidency pro tempore of the Central American Integration System, CICA. Over the next 6 months, Belize's presidency will focus on strengthening the region's integration agenda, with priority placed on cooperation in energy, climate change, migration, and security. A strong and effective regional integration is the foundation upon which a better future for all Central Americans must be built.
Belize is growing, and as our nation grows, so does the demand for electricity and new energy solutions. More homes, more businesses, more opportunities. BEL continues to strengthen the system that supports this growth, reinforcing infrastructure and solidifying capacity, preparing for what's ahead, ensuring reliable service for homes, for businesses, and for communities across Belize. Keeping the lights on every single day. Belize Electricity Limited, prepared for growth, prepared for Belize.
This no right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing a trash on the highway. We not fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
Pelican is more than just brewed in Belize. It's made of Belize. And being made of Belize means being authentic, unique, and proud. This is what that looks like. Pelican, the beer of Belize. There are many stories to be shared about what it means to be made of Belize. Join Pelican in celebrating our Belizean heritage by sharing your unique story. A few of these stories will be selected to be produced into Pelican Made of Belize videos. Those chosen will receive Pelican beer for a year and will be invited to join us during production. Let's tell the stories of what it means to be made of Belize. Please send us a WhatsApp message at 630-6519 or email us at madeofbelize@skz.bz.
Good evening. Welcome to the evening news here on Love Television for today, the 8th day of July, 2026. Belize has joined regional leaders in discussions focused on strengthening Caribbean cooperation and addressing shared challenges at the 51st regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM, held in St. Lucia from July 5th to the 8th. Representing Belize was Attorney General Honorable Anthony Sylvester, who led the country's delegation on behalf of PM Briceño. The regional summit addressed key issues, including the CARICOM single market and economy, climate change and climate financing, food security, public health, preparedness, regional security and developments in Haiti and Cuba. During the meeting, French Guiana was also admitted as CARICOM's 8th associate member. Attorney General Sylvester participated in discussions on issues affecting Caribbean citizens, including the rising cost of living, crime and security, and the future leadership of CARICOM. The heads of government agreed to seek guidance from the Caribbean Court of Justice on matters relating to the reappointment process of the CARICOM Secretary General. Belize also advanced discussions on climate resilience, regional integration and national priorities, including an update on Belize-Guatemala relations. On the margins of the conference, Belize held bilateral meetings with St. Lucia, Cuba, the Republic of Korea and Australia to explore cooperation in areas such as climate change, sargasso management, trade and technical assistance. Attorney General Sylvester signed an amendment to the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas to improve the process for updating rules of origin under the CARICOM single market and economy. Minister of Home Affairs Julius Espat is seeking guidance from former police leaders as efforts continue to strengthen the Belize Police Department and address challenges facing law enforcement. Minister Espat met today in Belmopan with former commissioners of police and senior police commanders for what he described as a first-of-its-kind discussion focused on improving the country's policing strategies. The meeting centered on crime prevention, creating a more efficient and effective police department, rebuilding public confidence, and improving the morale and working conditions of officers on the ground. According to Minister Espat, the gathering was not only an opportunity to recognize the service and contributions of former police leaders, but also to benefit from their combined decades of experience in law enforcement. The discussions come at a time when the Belize Police Department continues to place emphasis on modernization, accountability, and strengthening its relationship with communities. The department has identified reform, refocusing, and rebuilding as key areas in its efforts to create a more responsive and community-driven police service. Over the years, the Belize Police Department has evolved from the former British Honduras Constabulary into the country's national law enforcement agency, with responsibility for preventing and detecting crime, maintaining public order, and protecting life and property. According to Espat, the perspective shared during the meeting today will help guide future efforts at strengthening the institution, ensuring that the men and women who serve in uniform have the support needed to carry out their duties effectively. The Belize City Council is investing in the next generation of civic leaders through the 5th cohort of its Youth Shadow Council program. 12 young Belizeans have officially begun a year-long journey that will see them working alongside elected city councillors, learning firsthand about local governance, public service, and community leadership. The newly selected participants recently took part in an orientation session designed to prepare them for the responsibilities ahead. The orientation marked the official start of the program, introducing the young councillors to the structure and functions of the council while outlining the expectations of their year of service. Throughout the program, participants will be paired with elected councillors, giving them the opportunity to observe decision-making, participate in community initiative, and gain practical experience in municipal governance. The Belize City Youth Shadow Council remains the only municipal youth council of its kind in our country. Since its inception, the initiative has provided dozens of young Belizeans with opportunities to strengthen their leadership skills, become more civically engaged, and contribute meaningfully to the development of Belize City. Program Manager Michael Fritz says the program is much more than an introduction to local government. It is designed to empower young people to become active leaders within their communities.
Since we first began in 2019, there have been a couple of add-ons to the Belize City Youth Shadow Council program. Firstly, in terms of number of participants, whereas we started off at 11 per cohort, one mayoral candidate or shadow councillor, and 10 council members. We now have a 12th shadow councillor with the inclusion of the city administrator on the Belize City Youth Shadow Council, which is a very important role in terms of coordinating with the other shadow council members and making sure that projects and other interventions are taken into consideration and completed. The city administrator for the normative city council is a very important position in terms of making sure that the policies that are debated at the caucus level are actually implemented and followed through. So the addition of the shadow city administrator likewise would lend itself well for the implementation of the program. So when it comes to this 5th cohort, it's very early on. In fact, we just did our official orientation and sensitization session last week. and we're focusing on the official portraits and portfolio assignments this week. But possibilities are open in terms of who would be able to go to whichever sister city we do make partnerships with to facilitate the governance exchange.
Now in its 5th year, the program continues to grow as more young people express an interest in serving their communities. Council officials say the Shadow Council not only helps participants understand how local government operates, but also encourages them to develop the confidence, critical thinking, and public service mindset needed to become tomorrow's leaders.
I'd say it is a leadership boot camp. They were chosen out of many candidates. So it's an opportunity for them to soak in all of the experience, all of the training, all of the opportunities to actually not only function as an excellent youth shadow counselor, but also function as an excellent youth leader. It's an opportunity to take what's provided and actually use to build your capacity so that you can go forward from the Youth Shadow Council and continue to serve the city, continue to serve the country.
The 12 members of the 5th cohort will spend the coming year shadowing Belize City councillors, participating in the community projects, attending council activities, and gaining valuable experience as they prepare to become the next generation of leaders in Belize. A 3-day biodiversity summer program gets underway today under the coordination of Full Circle Belize at the Ministry of Sustainable Development in Belmopan City, and bringing together young people between the ages of 13 to 30 for a series of environmental education sessions. The program continues through Friday, July 10th, and features presentations from representatives of the Department of the Environment, the National Biodiversity Office, the Forest Department, Oceana Belize, and the Belize Solid Waste Management Authority. Throughout the program, participants are learning about biodiversity conservation, climate change, forest and marine ecosystems, waste management and recycling, as well as environmental laws and regulations. The sessions provide an opportunity for young people to gain a better understanding of Belize's natural resources and the efforts involved in protecting them. We spoke with Full Circle Belize project activist Kiefer Mess, who told us what the first day of the program entailed.
For the first day, we had the Department of Environment. So they gave a presentation about their department, how they work with environment and, all these regulations and rules. What was surprising is that some of these youths did not know that they had fines or different charges when it comes to different, pollution or different stuff. So when they found out about it, they were really interested and wanted to learn more about it. It is really important because, as I mentioned before, they will be the stewards for tomorrow. After we go, they will be the next one coming up. So that is why it is really important for them to understand and learn, about our biodiversity and how, how the condition is at the moment, because, we just wrapped up the presentation from the National Biodiversity Office, and they talk about these illegal loggings and illegal minings that are happening in our area that most of us don't know about. And so with them come and to tell us about it, it makes it really interesting, and so the youth can learn about how the condition is and how they can help improve the condition of our biodiversity.
Belize is recognized for its rich biodiversity with extensive tropical forests, the Mesoamerican barrier reef, and a wide variety of plant and animal species. The organizers say the program is intended to help the participants better understand the country's natural resources and the importance of sustainable environmental management. In recent days, large amounts of sargassum have gathered along parts of the Belize City seawall, creating an unpleasant smell and raising concerns about how the buildup could affect the residents, visitors, and the nearby businesses. The seaweed accumulation comes as Belize continues to experience seasonal sargassum arrivals, a challenge that has affected several communities. As the seaweed piles up and begins to break down, it releases a strong odor. It can also disrupt fishing activities, affect marine life, and create challenges for tourism and local communities. Sargassum is a brown seaweed that naturally floats in the Atlantic Ocean before making its way to the Caribbean, including Belize. While it plays an important role in the marine environment, larger amounts have been reaching Belize's shores in recent years, creating difficulties for communities that depend on the sea. Sargassum usually begins arriving early in the year, with heavier amounts often seen between May and August. The volume that reaches the country changes from year to year and depends on ocean currents, wind patterns, and weather conditions. Communities such as San Pedro, Key Corker, Placencia, Hopkins, and others have also experienced the effects of the sargassum. Over the years, government agencies, businesses, and residents have worked on cleanup efforts, but finding a long-term solution to the seaweed problem remains a challenge for Belize. In other news, Belize's athletes have continued to represent our country with pride on the regional and international stage. But questions remain about what more can be done to strengthen the nation's sporting landscape. Well, today we sat down with the president of the Belize Olympic and Commonwealth Games Association, Alan Sharp, to discuss the future of sports in Belize, the support athletes need, and the role every sector of society can play in helping them succeed. The president of the Belize Olympic and Commonwealth Games Association says the future of sports in Belize will depend on careful planning and a long-term commitment to athlete development. While Belize continues to produce talented athletes, he believes more attention must now be placed on creating opportunities that allow them to grow and reach their full potential. The conversation is no longer just about preparing athletes for the next competition, but about building a stronger foundation for sports across the country.
Well, I think everybody realizes that we need to professionalize sport. Almost every national federation is volunteer, and everything about it is volunteer. We need to find ways and means of how to get that better done. Even before we get the resources to professionalize the sport or to get the folks paid, we have to get some trained. So our focus towards the end of this year, or by latest early next year, we'll have sport administration courses going on, both the basic and the advanced courses. Part of the strategic plan is to find these ways and avenues of how the corporate body of Belize and the private sector and the private individuals in Belize who want to move sport forward, who see the benefit of sport, can find a confident way, a way that they feel confident the money is going to be used well. So we will be developing such ways and avenues for them to be able to donate and to get reports of how their finance is being used and the progress along those funding. That means if you fund, you don't just fund and you close your eye. You get a report of how it's being used, but also the development that's happening. If you're helping with certain athletes, we want to show you that those athletes are improving, that the funding is being used well, and there is a result that's going to be coming with that investment.
Well, the association continues to work towards that goal. He says it cannot do so alone. Greater collaboration, he explains, will be essential if Belize is to continue developing athletes and strengthening sports nationally. He's now calling on the private sector, the wider community, and all Belizeans to become more involved in supporting sports development, adding that everyone has a role to play in helping the athletes achieve success.
Generally, what we would like to see is, and I'll be very brave here, to give more value to sports, to respect sports. You know, per dollar invested, there's nothing like sports. To have a healthy nation, to have a healthy group of young people.
Why do you feel like sports isn't prioritized in our country?
The culture. I think we have been raised from we've been kids to prioritize everything but sports. The benefit of sports has never been taught at schools, which is where we learn almost everything. teachers spend more time with kids than parents. It's not the teacher's fault though, it's just the overall culture. So from beginning at the Ministry of Education, this has to start. It has to start in the Ministry of Health. I mean, after all, sport can really help health. You know, it can really help. Also, Ministry of Education, sports can really, really help them. I'll give you two major benefits. One, the mental health for kids to adult is super important. Again, there's hardly anything like sports to help you with mental health. The other one is, at the moment, more than ever, we have athletes going out on scholarship. But we have to work together to prioritize, to understand you have some athletes who are very good, and you don't get scholarship if you don't have good grades. And that's one of the things I would like those that be in Ministry of Education to understand. So they have to get good grades. But you can use sport as the apple or whatever you want to call it to let these athletes do what they have to do.
Sharp believes one of the biggest obstacles facing sports in Belize is that it has yet to become a true national priority. Changing that mindset will be critical if the country hopes to create lasting progress and provide athletes with the support they deserve. There's more news up ahead following this break. Stay with us, please.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition. G appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all align and turn the shower on. Feel gold, cooler in the chrome. So bold from the tiles to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you'll choose. All in one place, Design Depot. Everything you need for the life you want. Let's go. From the floor to the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up. Watch your dream home grow. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place.
Design Depot, all in one place.
People, not businesses, power the economy. And they deserve to be acknowledged, appreciated, and compensated for their efforts. Because when your people are successful, so is your business. Neo People, simplify your HR and payroll needs with one powerful solution.
Commercial Cleaning and Products of Belize, CCP, formerly known as Carpet Care Plus, offers a wide variety of professional restorative cleaning services and products in Belize. With over 20 years of experience in the industry, our mission has always been to provide our customers with the best products and services for quality, safe, and environmentally friendly cleaning. What separates us from the rest? The services we offer. Fabric cleaning for all types of carpets, upholstery, walls, and drapes. Vehicle detailing for both the interior and exterior. Total restorative cleaning of ceramic and porcelain tiles for floors, walls, marble, granite, limestone, travertine, clay, and more. Degreasing and polishing of the entire kitchen and all its equipment. Also custom concrete designs. We are a supplier of the most cost-efficient and economically viable products when you buy our specialized super concentrated formulas, such as cleaners, disinfectants, deodorizers, and sanitizers. Additionally, we also carry professional cleaning equipment, such as mops, buckets, vacuums, doormats, and window equipment, which are very durable and practical. You can order any of our products online at www.ccpbelize.com. CCP Belize uses only trained technicians, professional commercialized equipment, and EPA certified products. Our products are 100% biodegradable. We also have certified green products, which are used by Green Globe approved companies. Visit us at 68 North Front Street, Belize City, or contact us at telephone 223-1820. Email us info@ccpbelize.com.
Hardware store. Now we online giving you more. Home or job site, no stress, no sweat. Everything you need, you could get. Household appliances, day or night. Shopping for supplies made easy and light. Click, click, boom, and the order done. Building in Belize just got more fun.
Why wait long in a line? Save your energy and your time. Delivery pulling up right by your gate. Castillo's Hardware, making building great.
Build smarter, shop easier.
Castillo's making life sweeter.
Anytime,
Anywhere, hardware shopping without a care.
browse online, get what you need.
Fast and easy with lightning speed.
Pick up or delivery, choose your way.
Castillo's got you covered every day. From your phone, just tap and buy. No more hassle, no more.
Do it best with Castillo's Hardware.
Back to School 2026 with the Angelus Press is here. And this year is bigger and better. We're talking unbelievable deals all summer long. Starting June 15, stock up on all your school essentials.
New notebooks? Check. Fresh backpacks? Check. Prices that make you smile? Double check.
Mommy, I want my new Samsonite backpack.
That's right. Samsonite still offers a sweet 1-year warranty. And hey, you even get a free merch with purchase while supplies last. Stay in the loop by following the Angelus Press on social media. Every Friday during our back to school season, look out for our jaw-dropping this stuff for real deals.
So before you shop, make sure you follow
The Angelus Press, your back-to-school headquarters all summer long. The Angelus Press and the Love Foundation, transforming lives with love.
Thank you for staying with us. We are back with the news here on Love Television. The Warasa Garifuna Drum School in Punta Gorda is offering free summer drum classes for young people as part of an initiative to preserve and promote Belize's Garifuna cultural heritage. The program is facilitated by Ronald McDonald and divided into 2 sessions. The first runs July 6th to the 10th for children between the ages of 10 and 15 and focusing on traditional Garifuna drumming. The second session from July 13th through July 17th for those between the ages of 16 and 20 and will include both drum lessons and hands-on drum making instructions. Classes are held daily from 9 in the morning to 11 in the morning. And the organizer says the workshops are free of charge.
I'm a drummer since I was 12 years old. I've played in many countries, cities, worldwide, England, Scotland, to name a few, you know. And this is something I do. This is something I love, and I want to share it with anybody and everybody who wants to learn. We provide all drums as we make them as well, you know. So we have enough drums for all the participants that comes. We are located on the in the St. Vincent block, Serra Road, Punta Gorda. That's going down to the BDF camp. And yeah, we're right on the main. So we have a sign in front of as well, as you can see, a big sign in back. And well, you can't miss us.
According to McDonald, the program is designed to teach young people the art of traditional Garifuna drumming and help preserve the culture for future generations. Garifuna drumming remains an important part of the community's music and ceremonies. In 2001, UNESCO recognized the Garifuna people's language, dance and music as part of the world's intangible cultural heritage. In other news, a Trinidadian national remains on remand tonight after the court declined to grant him bail because of outstanding conditions that have not yet been met. 46-year-old Rubindra Rampersad appeared before the chief magistrate, where his attorney, Daryl Bradley, said he was able to secure a Belizean surety but had not yet confirmed accommodation arrangements or advance payment for his client's stay while on bail. The court indicated that bail could be considered once those concerns are addressed. Proposed conditions include that Rampersad remains in Belize, does not apply for travel documents without court approval, and provides confirmation of where he will reside. Rampersad, who has been on remand for over a month, is charged with making off without payment after allegedly leaving the Golden Bay Hotel without paying a bill totaling over $11,000. Police alleged the Trinidadian national stayed at the hotel from May 1 to May 29 of 2026 and left after payment attempts using his credit card were unsuccessful. Rampersad has pleaded not guilty and is scheduled to return to court on the 3rd of August of 2026 for disclosure. His attorney Bradley says he remains hopeful that the matter could proceed through criminal mediation, though the decision rests with the prosecution and the complainant. 38-year-old Nicole Gilda MacDonald remains on remand after appearing in court today, where she learned that her cyberbullying case involving former Commissioner of Police Chester Williams will now proceed to the High Court. She remains unrepresented, was brought from the Belize Central Prison to the Belize City Magistrates Court, where she was informed that the Director of Public Prosecutions has issued a directive for the matter to be dealt with on indictment rather than summarily in the lower court. The directive, dated June 30th, 2026, was presented to the court, and MacDonald was also provided with full disclosure, consisting of 30 pages. The senior magistrate explained to MacDonald that the case will now proceed through a preliminary inquiry, which has been scheduled for the 14th of August. Her appearance comes about a month after she was remanded to prison following the revocation of her bail in a separate matter. She was initially granted bail on June 5th after being charged with 6 offences, which included common assault, aggravated assault, damage to property, insulting words, and wounding. These charges are a result of an incident involving police officers and a civilian. 3 days later, MacDonald was charged in connection with an alleged incident at the Matron Roberts Clinic, where she's accused of harming Dr. Andre Lucien Castillo and assaulting nurse Ursula Williams. Following those new charges, her bail was revoked and she was remanded. She's scheduled to return to court on August 3rd in relation to the clinic incident, while her 6 other charges are set for July 27th. Outside of court, MacDonald addressed concerns for her 5 children, saying her 2 eldest children are now caring for their younger siblings, while she remains behind bars. She has maintained that she feels victimized and targeted. The Forest Department is taking another step towards strengthening the way it manages and protects Belize's natural resources. The department has begun reviewing its operations as part of the development of its 2026 to 2030 action plan. During a workshop held yesterday, the staff examined and updated the department's mission, vision, and core values to ensure they reflect the needs of Belize and the challenges facing the country's forests today. According to the department, the review is designed to build a stronger and more modern institution, better equipped to respond to issues such as sustainable forest management, biodiversity conservation, and the growing impacts of climate change. Officials say the process will also help improve governance, strengthen the department's capacity, and enhance the services it provides to the Belizean public. Belize is home to vast forest ecosystems that cover more than half of the country's land area. Those forests support wildlife, protect watersheds, store carbon, and contribute to key industries such as tourism and sustainable forestry. They're responsible for managing those resources while enforcing forestry laws and promoting conservation for future generations. The institutional review and action plans are being supported by the German government through and under the Selva Maya program. The program works with Belize, Guatemala, and Mexico to promote the conservation and sustainable management of the Selva Maya, one of the largest tropical forest regions in the Americas. The Forest Department has thanked its partners for their continued technical support. It says it's helping to shape a stronger institution capable of meeting the country's environmental needs. Don't go away. We'll be back with the final segment of the news following this commercial break.
If this is an emergency situation, please call 911 right away for immediate assistance. Do not use the Crime Stoppers program in an emergency situation. Do you have information about a crime or a fugitive in our community? You can submit a tip anonymously with your smartphone. Using this program in safeguarding our community also protects your identity, keeping you out of the court system, and could earn you a cash reward. Here is how it works. Download the free P3 Tips app from the Apple Store or Android Market. P3 is the provider of our secure anonymous tip collecting software. Open the app and create a PIN, but be sure to remember that number, then select your location. Next, select the type of crime. When submitting a tip, be as specific as possible. Remember, the more information you give the officers, the more likely it is that we will be able to identify the suspect or confirm a crime has taken place. This ultimately helps when making arrests. Information leading to an arrest can earn you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Never put yourself in danger to gather information. However, if you have a picture, video, or audio that will help officers, you can upload them from your phone. Once you click Submit Tip, P3 will ask to send you notifications. You choose what's right for you. Once your tip is submitted, you'll be given a tip ID and password. Keep that info safe as you'll need it to check the status of your tip. Using the app, simply log back in using the PIN you created when you first opened it. Check back if your tip leads to an arrest. You'll be told how much you were rewarded and how to anonymously collect your cash.
No right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing the trash on the highway. We not fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
Looking to perfect your roofing or siding project with precision? At Coop Sheet Metal, we've got the machine that makes it happen. Introducing our state-of-the-art double folding machine equipped with advanced technology and engineered to handle complex metal bends in long pieces, various angles, and intricate profiles. Need trims up to 21 feet? Coop Sheet Metal has what you need. From modern siding to custom flashings and fascia details, Coop Sheet Metal makes the products better, faster, and more accurately. For residential, commercial, industrial, or even custom roofing, siding, and trims, all at one place. If you're not sure what you need, we will walk you through it from start to finish. At Coop Sheet Metal, it's not just about metal, it's about variety, confidence, and flawless finish. That's Coop Sheet Metal, your one-stop metal source from start to finish. Call now at 823-0118 or visit coopsheet.com.
Welcome to the William David Fonseca Parking Facility, your modern solution for safe and convenient parking in downtown Belize City. With easy payment options such as prepaid cards or coins, parking downtown has never been easier. Enjoy affordable rates as low as 75 cents for 15 minutes, $1.50 for 30 minutes, and $3 for an hour. Open and available 24/7. Park smart. Park safe. Park at the William David Fonseca Parking Facility. Modern, secure, convenient. Your Belize City Council. Always about the people.
My name is Jadian Laverne Ikal. I am 15 years old and I am a third-term student at Corazon Creek Technical High School. For a long time, Machakilha was quiet. Wrapped in the jungle, we felt cut off from the rest of Belize. No internet, no shops for food, and no health care. To get to school, it was an hour-and-a-half hike. During the rainy season, the mud was almost knee-high. Sometimes we even had to swim across a flooded creek just to get to class. When the sun went down, I did my homework by the light of a candle. We could never stay up late to study. We had to save the candles for the next night. In May 2022, everything changed. The road finally reached Machakilha. Today, it is easy for me to go to school because we have a bus that comes right into our village. I don't have to hike through the bush anymore. I don't have to worry about the rain or the flooded creek. I can just focus on being a student. Now that we have solar lights at night, I feel confident. My homework is finished with ease, and studying for my science classes doesn't feel so tiring anymore. We finally feel connected to the rest of our country. Having these basic services makes us feel like we can be more productive, like we finally have the same chance as everyone else. My dream is to become a nurse and help the people in my village. Now that we're connected, I know my future is bright.
The Ministry of Rural Transformation continues to work with communities like Machakilha, transforming lives and strengthening communities across Belize.
Welcome back. We bring you the final segment of the evening news this Wednesday night, July 8, 2026. Students at this year's Summer Bond Camp are getting the chance to learn about the exciting world of rocket science. The 5-day camp, which opened on Monday, is giving children more than just fun summer activities by exposing them to new learning experiences. One of the highlights this week is a special session led by Belizean rocket scientist Dr. Policarpios Eberanis, founder of Anansi Lab LLC. During these sessions, students learn the basics of how rockets work while taking part in hands-on activities, encouraging them to think, solve problems, and work together. We spoke with Dr. Seberanis about how the rocket science session has been going so far.
So the goal of the project is to help them to go through the process of working together as a team, look at design traits for the rocket, and allow them to come to a consensus. So it's more than just the math and science portion of it. It's also the ability for them to work together, come to a consensus, and implement that design successfully, and then go through a process of testing the design, verifying that it does what they want it to do, and then eventually we validate that it's going to actually do what they said it would do. So there's this process of engineering that's called verification and validation. I want to take them through that process so they understand it and have fun at the same time. Today's session actually went really well. This was the first time we actually talked about designing the rockets, putting the soda bottles together. So first off, the rockets are not pyrotechnic. There's no fire involved. Very simple version of a rocket. We put some water in the bottle, add pressure, and then that's what we use to launch the rocket. So it's a very simple design, but it gets all of the principles that they need to learn across. So today was the first day touching the bottles, and we talked through some of the different trades that they can do in terms of how they can design the cone, how they can design the fins, how they can add a weight to make it tip back over, how much water they want to put in there. There's a few different things that they can change. So I'm trying to get them to think about how they can trade those different pieces together to get the optimal design for themselves and for their team. Now, in that process, some of the kids, they tend to bounce around in terms of the ideas that they're throwing out, and I want them to try out those ideas and not just say, I'm going to choose this one because I know it's right. I want them to justify why they believe that. So there's a process of proving your design choices as well.
Well, the organizers say the rocket science sessions are giving students a chance to explore science and technology in a hands-on way, while showing them that careers in these fields are possible for young people in Belize. And as preparations continue for our September celebrations, one of the traditions that remains a major part of the festivities is the annual crowning of the Queen of the Bay. The competition is not only about the pageantry and the crown, but also about selecting a young woman who will serve as an ambassador for Belizean culture, history, and community pride. The Queen of the Bay plays an important role during the September celebrations, representing the values, traditions, and spirit of our nation, while taking part in activities that promote unity, patriotism, and cultural awareness. As part of the program, each district would have a representative vying for the national title, including Shioleni Ruiz, who will represent the Corozal district. But after 20 years, Ruiz says she is confident she can bring the crown back to Corozal. With confidence and determination, she says she's ready to take on the responsibilities that come with the title and represent her district with pride.
I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, I've had a supportive team who has supported me throughout this journey. I mean, they've been my motivation. So I'm really excited. Also, being Miss Independence has taught me a lot about my confidence and public speaking. It has prepared me for this journey. So yeah, I feel pretty confident. Yes, I mean, it's been 20 years since, more than 20 years that the crown has been brought here to Corozal. So I'm willing to put my all into bringing back the crown here, and I'm willing to put all my effort. I know a lot of people are counting me, a lot of my team especially, and my people from Corozal. So I'm really excited for this journey.
Well, for decades, the Queen of the Bay has been a symbol of grace, intelligence, and national pride, highlighting young Belizean women who are not only prepared to compete, but also to become role models within their communities. For Ms. Corozal, The journey is about more than winning a title. It is about carrying the hopes of the Corozal district and representing its culture and people in our national stage. As the September celebrations draw closer, contestants from across the country continue their preparations, each hoping to earn the crown and the opportunity to serve as Belize's Queen of the Bay. And the city of Miramar, Florida, has officially proclaimed July 11, 2026 as Belize Day in Miramar, recognizing the growing partnership between Miramar and Belize City under their sister city agreement. The proclamation signed by Miramar Mayor Wayne M. Messam earlier today builds on the formal sister city agreement entered into by the two municipalities on August 21 of 2024. Strengthening cooperation in areas such as education, economic development, tourism, cultural exchange, and community engagement. The document notes that during a recent visit to Belize by a Miramar sister cities delegation, leaders from both cities reaffirmed their commitment to deepening collaboration in youth leadership, people-to-people connections, and cultural exchange, acknowledging the significant contributions of the Belizean community to the cultural diversity, economic vitality, and social fabric of Miramar and South Florida. Well, a Belizean delegation is in Miramar right now, and they will be hosted and will attend activities throughout the upcoming weekend. In the proclamation, Mayor Messam calls on residents of Miramar to join in recognizing and celebrating the friendship between the two cities, to take part in activities promoting cultural understanding, international cooperation, and shared prosperity. Our Love News director, Rene Trujillo, is in Miramar at this time and will be covering the events live as the week progresses. So don't forget to tune in for that. And with that story, we bring you tonight's edition of the Evening News to an end. We thank you for joining us and, of course, stay for the weather. Once again, thank you. Have a good evening. I am Ernesto Vasquez.
Good evening, Belize. Moist and unstable condition will linger as a tropical wave approaches the country. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for cloudy skies at times tonight, with low temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, to 73 inland and 68 in the higher elevation. Tomorrow will be cloudy with sunny breaks, and high temperatures are expected to reach 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 93 inland and 81 over the mountains. Some outbreaks of showers and thunderstorms will affect southern districts and some coastal areas tonight and tomorrow, then gradually decreasing as the day progresses. The wind will blow from the east to northeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea state will be moderate. A low tide will occur at 10:07 tonight, a high at 4:18 a.m., another low at 6 minutes past midday, and a high at 6:23 in the evening. The sun will set today at 6:31 and rise at 5:24. The moon rises at 28 minutes past midnight and set at 1:16 tomorrow afternoon. The outlook for Thursday night through to Friday is for similar weather conditions to prevail. In the sargassum forecast, there is a high chance that more sargassum mats will affect beaches across the country during the coming days. And in the tropical weather outlook, no tropical cyclone formation is expected near or over Belize and her coastal waters during the next 48 hours. And with that, we conclude your evening forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.